Finally, Lord Sheogorath has sent someone to assist me. But where are my manners? Must get into my professional tone. Welcome to Zedillion. I'm the dungeon caretaker, Caliban Nerendil. A wonder of engineering, is it not? Zedillion is the ultimate test of mettle for the foolhardy adventurer that dares trespass into the Shivering Isles. What they don't know is that they're being drawn to their doom, courtesy of the Resonator of Judgment. Ever since that wretched gatekeeper was made, Zedillion became redundant. It fell into disrepair and was eventually all but forgotten. After only a few years passed, the Grummites began moving in. Ghastly things. They mistook the focus crystals for some sort of religious symbols and removed them from their rightful places. This rendered the Resonator inert and Zedillion completely useless. Luckily, you came along. and placed Zedillion back into operation. Yes, I tend to ramble. You'll have to forgive me. If you have the attenuator, then Sheogorath must have sent you. Zedillion would normally have sent you back to the entrance when you stepped on the pad in the resonator chamber. Since you're up here, I can only surmise that adventurers are already entering the dungeon as we speak. The only thing we can do is let the adventurers complete a cycle through here. I'll be glad to help. I assume Sheogorath gave you the Manual of Zedillion. You can consult it for more information, or I can provide instructions. Take your time. The resonator works by drawing adventurers to itself with a sort of magical siren's call. Sheogorath uses the resonator to find the cream of the crop, as he calls them, the best of the worst, to populate the Isles. Quite clever, eh? I will be happy to describe each chamber and explain the event that unfolds as we proceed through Zedillion. This first chamber is the Chamber of the Gnarl. At the touch of a button, you can cause a large group of tiny gnarls to appear and attack the adventurers. Or, if you're feeling merciful, we can have the group terrorized by a seemingly lowly gnarl that instantly grows to twice their size. The hallucinogenic spore gas we release into the chamber will help lull the victims into believing the creature means to kill them. Don't worry, its bark is far worse than its bite. As the adventurers make their way through Zedillion's chambers, they will encounter choices that you make in these control platforms. All you need to do is decide what becomes of the adventurers. Will you drive them insane, or will you pull the life from their bodies? Simple. Wait until the adventurers are in position, and then press a button. If they survived, they will proceed to the next chamber, and so on. It's really quite ingenious. You'll know you're done when they lie dead on the ground, or they are out of their minds. Of course, any of their possessions you wish to keep are yours for the taking. I'll make sure you get them when you're done. Well, the dead will be disposed of, have no fear. That's my job. Those that are lucky enough to merely go insane will be granted a place in the Shivering Isles as a permanent resident. Each chamber presents two options. When you push the appropriate button, an event will unfold for the adventurers to experience. One is physically harmful, usually lethal traps or creatures, something relished by the residents of Dementia. The other choice is more mental. They are designed to make the adventurers lose their grip on reality, much like the residents of Mania. Of course, the introduction of spore gas with the Mania choices helps as well. As you wish. So good to be back in business.
Keep your weapons ready and watch your backs. Do what I say, we might just get out of here alive. Okay, this has to be a joke. What in Oblivion is that thing?
this is one of the horrid guardians of which the stories spoke?
Be careful. There may be more to this creature than meets the eye.
What a joke. Let's be rid of this thing and continue on our way.
Are my eyes playing tricks? Or is the creature
By the
growing?
gods, when will it stop? It could devour us whole.
Run for your lives!
Get back here, you cowards. Something's not right.
All this time it was merely an illusion. How clever.
Wait, what's wrong with Lewin?
Makes no sense. Should be dead. What? No.
I think this place got to him. Perhaps we should leave.
No, we'll pick him up on the way out. He must fend for himself.
Watching them run from the giant gnaw gets me every time. What can I assist you with? The second chamber of Zedillium is the Chamber of Avarice. The adventurers will have to overcome their feelings of greed as they set their eyes upon the huge piles of treasure locked behind that gate. You may choose to spring a fire trap and cause them great harm as they stand before the gate. Or you can fill the chamber with hundreds of keys and watch them frantically search for the correct one. Always a crowd pleaser. You're doing quite well so far. Keep it up.
Look, I told you. Treasure. Let's have at it, Sindelius. Stupid rogue, just when we needed him. Blast! The cage is locked.
Gromok, be careful. This looks too good to be true.
If only Lewin were here, he could get us through this in no time.
We'll have to fend for ourselves. Do you think you can pry the door open?
Forget it. This is obviously a trick. Let's get out of here.
To be so close, and yet so far. If only we had the key. Wait, do you hear something? Look, keys. One of them must open the gate. We're rich.
Let's get out of here, Sindelius. This is obviously a trick to waste our time.
I'll know it when I see it. Yes, it must be here.
They're all fake. Just come with me now.
Find it. Yes, I must find the key. Rich beyond all my dreams.
Suit yourself.
Too bad none of those keys fit the lock. Too bad none of those keys fit the lock. I see Lord Sheogorath chose wisely when he selected you to liberate Zedillion. Now, how may I continue to assist you? The third chamber of Zedillion is the Chamber of Anathema. Its contents are designed to make sure it's the final encounter. The adventurers will be subject to horrors beyond their imagination. Visions of repugnance, death, and malevolence reside in this room. If you wish to bring ruin to your victims, you may choose to animate some of the corpses and watch as they satiate their hunger. Or we can create the illusion of the adventurer's dying and his spirit rising from his corpse. Good fun to be had for all. Then, just as suddenly as we kill him, we revive the adventurer. There are few minds that can stand this type of torture. You're doing quite well so far. Keep it up.
Steady, Gramok, steady. You've been through worse before. What more could this place possibly throw at you? If I find out who's running the show, they'll be hell to pay. Only me left. Fine. I'll show 'em. What? How in Oblivion can I be dead? This is impossible. Nothing killed me. I didn't even get a chance to fight. No chance to defend myself? No chance for battle? Why? Impossible. This is impossible. Gramok has never lost a fight. Never.
You've made short work of the intruders. Sheogorath should be proud to have such an efficient apprentice. Now, if you'll step on the last teleporter pad, I will meet you in the reception chamber so we can recover your earnings. I'm afraid you've exhausted Zedilion's resources. This was the final chamber. Not to worry. We'll have your spoils to you in no time at all. As is the tradition, you are to be awarded a focus crystal as a token of your fine work. I'll have it sent to the palace and placed in the main hall if you wish to take a look at it. Oh yes, of course. It seems a most unusual weapon was recovered from the orc warrior, Gramok. Never seen anything like it, but perhaps his journal can give you some useful information. Beyond that, take whatever else you need from the recovery chest. You've earned it. You're free to go at any time, of course, just up that hallway. Good luck to you. That was quite a battle. I hope you are uninjured. You've not heard the legends? How could that be? Those beings, as you call them, aren't beings at all. They are the soulless abominations known as the Knights of Order. Their attraction to the resonator isn't surprising. It was built from one of the obelisks that dot the isles they seem to have an affinity for. You must proceed to Sher Gorath at once and tell him the knights have returned. Quickly now, go!
you've got.
Yeah!
Always skirting around in the shadows, making mid-jump.
Where you fall down and bleed to death. Am I supposed to be...
You'll never take me down. Why won't What's that? Hello? Who's there?
Speak quickly, mortal.
Hurry, before everything falls on top of us. Flesh atronachs are dangerous. Some are smart enough to heal themselves when they're hurt. See you.
Have you brought me any amber? Now is not the time for business. What can you possibly see in her? She spends more time cutting herself than swinging a hammer. I've heard that skinned hounds don't like fire. Welcome back. I'm sure I have something here you can use. That's a good deal. You've got a... That's a good deal. I can accept that. You've got a good deal there. I can accept. Seems a fair bargain to me. Seems a fair bargain to me. You've got a good deal there. That seems fair to me. That's a good deal. I can accept that. Seems a fair bargain to me. That seems fair to me. That's a good deal. That seems fair to me. I can accept that. That's a good deal. You've got a good deal there. You've got a good deal there. If you need any... What is your desire? Stick your foe with one of these pretty arrows. I can make just about anything look good as new. A happy customer. Is a returning customer.
How may I serve?
Always a pleasure. I see you've returned. How exciting for you. I believe you have some news for Lord Sheogorath. Perhaps you should be speaking with him instead of illuminating me with your presence.
Well now, what news do you have to report? So soon? Not a surprise, I suppose. We'll get to that later. No need to burden your little brain with it now. And Zedilian, since you're standing here, I assume you've succeeded. Or you're terribly confused, or really lacking in good judgment. Wonderful! Time for a celebration! Cheese for everyone! Wait, scratch that. Cheese for no one. That can be just as much of a celebration if you don't like cheese, true? You've run a maze like a good little rat, but no cheese for you yet. Oh, well, maybe a little. I've granted you a new spell, the ability to summon Haskell, my Chamberlain, to aid you in your travels. He knows a lot. More than he knows. In fact, give it a try. Summon our friend to you now. I'll wait.
Our Lord has granted you the power to summon me. How wonderful for me. When summoned, I can offer advice on your current endeavor. I imagine it's up to you what to do with my wisdom. Do try to use your power sparingly. I have duties to which I must attend, rather more important than shepherding you around, I'm sure.
Isn't that a hoot? I love it myself. Best part of being a Daedric prince, really. Go ahead, try it again. He loves it!
Summoned again. My lord does so enjoy that, as is his prerogative. I'll assume you're done for now.
Good! You'll need all the help you can get if you're going to defeat Jiggalag and stop the Grey March. Oh, don't expect to summon dear Haskell anywhere but in the realm. He dislikes leaving my presence. I get that sometimes. The Daedric Prince of Order. Or biscuits. No, order. Yeah. And not in a good way. Bleak, colorless, dead. Boring! And not a fan of my work, I can tell you. Hates it, hates me. A bit single-minded, if you take my meaning. You've seen his knights. Not the warm and cuddly sort. Not a bit of original thought in their lifeless husks. So, you're going to help me stop him. Again with the niggling little details. Hold your tongue, or I will. We'll get to that, all in due time. For now, you've got other work to do. An event, a movement, an apocalypse of sorts. Happens every era, at the end of every era, which is to say, now. The Grey March comes, and Jiggalag walks. Or runs. Never skips, sidles, or struts. And mostly he just destroys everything around him. Ask? Ask? I don't ask! I tell! This is my realm, remember? My creation, my place, my rules! Look at you! No concept of what you've stumbled into. No sense of place. You don't even really know where you are, do you? I suppose few really do, but that's beside the point. We're going to give you a taste of where you found yourself. You're going to learn. 2 halves, 2 rulers, 2 places. Meet and greet. Do what they will, so you know what they're about. The Duke of Mania, and the Duchess of Dementia. Seek them out, and let them show you what New Sheoth is. You might be surprised. Once you understand what my realm is, you might understand why it's important to keep it intact. And maybe you'll make some friends along the way. That's always nice. It's Jiggalag's time, and not a good time at all. You're going to help me stop it. First, though, you need to get your feet wet. I can't expect you to save the place if you don't even understand it. So speak to my dukes, learn about mania and dementia. Try not to die. Another Daedric prince. Not a nice one. I don't think any of the other princes like him, actually. I mean, Malakath is more popular at parties. And Malakath is not popular at parties. Seen them about, have you? Odd things. They've always been here, but they're not of here, if you take my meaning. You'll see those Knights of Order around them during the Grey March, drawn to them like flies to honey, or rotting flesh. Ever wonder why flies like both? Best not to ask. The Duchess of Dementia. Ever wary, ever worried. A prisoner in her own house, in a way. And a delightful conversationist, really. A bit harder to meet than Theoden. Consider making an appointment. The long-reigning Duke of Mania. A master of merriment, if you will. Or if you won't. I suspect it wouldn't matter to him. Ah, come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes!
Yes, do you require assistance? As my lord told you, it happens at the end of every era, and Jiggalag walks the realm. Few of the citizens can remember the last Grey March, or they choose not to. The Daedric Prince of Order, and the leader of the Grey March. As I'm sure my lord told you, Jiggalag has always been a threat to this realm. Yes, you'll find them throughout the Isles. Jiggalag's forces used them as conduits into the Isles. Sheogorath has tried to remove them, but they always return. While they cannot be destroyed, they can be rendered inert. The Hearts of Order found on Jiggalag's knights can be placed in the obelisks. Adding enough can cause the obelisk to become overloaded with power. Her ladyship is rather suspicious of all around her. Best for you to not question it and merely do what she requires of you. He is aware you are here and should be waiting for you. See him at once. Enlightening as always.
You really shouldn't have done that. Enjoy the view.
Welcome to the House of Mania.
What do you want? Ah, yes, there you are. You couldn't imagine how long I've been waiting for you. So little to do and so much time. Could you, in fact, imagine just how long I've been waiting? I don't think you could, but I might be wrong. I might also not care. Which is it? Yes, that just might be true. Or I've not been waiting at all. Forever and nothing are almost the same thing, wouldn't you say? How do you tell one from another if you're smack in the middle? Don't answer that. I already know the answer, of course. It came to me during a meal. Not a very good meal, though. Too much pie. Pie is a tricky thing, wouldn't you say? Don't answer that either. Now that forever is over, and you're here, you need to go away. Yes, away. There are places you should be, far away from here. The chalice of reversal is waiting for you. When I say you, I mean me, but it's no difference to the chalice. One ends up being the other. The resonator sings its sweet song once more. Promises of riches and fame, fulfilled with death and madness. How delightful.
For you, of course.
Oh, so you've heard of it. Then you know why I want it back. Can you imagine trying to eat Feldew without it? Disastrous. Curse that woman. We hold on to fleeting things, even as we slip. I knew, and yet I indulged myself anyway. I indulged her a fair bit, too. It was passion. It was forbidden. Oh, the things that would be said if word got out. That made it all the more delicious. From Dementia's own court, no less. Scandalous. Fatal, perhaps. But passion makes no accommodation for self-preservation. Don't you? If you don't, you might. You wouldn't fall for her, though. Not the type. Opposites repel, strangely enough. All that pleasure and pain locked away now, as if it never happened. Unfortunately, the chalice is locked away as well. I have no wish to retrieve it myself, but fetching it might do you some good. My head is positively throbbing now. Can you see it? I need to lie down. Find someone to tell you the rest of the story. Get the chalice.
You've been speaking to Thaden, I can tell. He has a certain effect on people. Did he mention me, perhaps? Or was there something else you wanted to discuss? I don't ask too many questions of Thaden. It's precious to him, and that's all that matters. It's his own business. But didn't he mention where it is? Oh, I see. How brilliant of him. This is for you as much as it is for him. Oh, very good, Thaden. Dunroot Burrow is your goal, my friend. And what a goal it is. Those shambles are dangerous. Make sure to stand back if you kill one. Take your time. Oh, you're helping him? Why didn't you say so? I'd do anything for him. Anything at all. Eat my own young if he asked me to. And then he goes and does. If I find out who she is, I'll tear her limb from limb. But you don't need to hear that. You need to know. You need to know what he's asked of you. The chalice, yes? If you are working to help Thaden, I'll tell you whatever I can. Well, perhaps Thaden would want you to have a bit more guidance. He did say that you should talk to me, did he not? Feldu is a poison, little one, a very dangerous drug. You'll feel good at first, but that wears off, and if you go long without it, you'll suffer. Yes, a most unique place. Of course the chalice would be there. Don't you see? It's the Elytra. They're the reason. The chalice, Feldu, Elytra, it's all connected. One without the others is no good. Poison. Oh, a rough road awaits you. Some Elytra there are different. You'll need to get Feldu from them and eat it. Can't get in without it. But once you do, he wants you to learn for yourself. Learn, grow, experience. It's his way. I shouldn't say more. But the burrow, it's northeast of New Sheoth. The chalice is in Dunroot Burrow. Haven't you been listening? Go there. Take the Feldu from the Elytra. Eat it, and your journey begins. You will be thankful to Thaden when this has passed. Goodbye.
Welcome to the Halcyon Conservatory.
What? Do you have business in the House of Dementia? You think I care for Thaden's toys? It matters not to me whether he suffers in agony or erases his mind with drugs. But if you insist, do you know the lengths of his depravity? How low he stoops to pursue his pathetic lifestyle? Feldu is a poison. It kills. And yet Thaden uses the chalice he created to twist Feldu into a drug he takes for his own amusement. How sick! If he was smart, he'd thank Sheogorath it's out of his hands now. And of course, he'd never risk himself traveling through Dunroot Burrow to get it. I've told you what I will. The chalice is a corruption. Feldu is a poison, not an amusement. You're better off leaving the chalice where it is. It's a poison. Plain and simple. It'll make you wish you were dead. And given enough time, you will be. The Elytra in Dunroot Burrow. The ones that secrete it are immune, but they're the only ones. If the Feldu didn't kill you, the Elytra would. You're better off just leaving the thing in the ruins above the burrow. I've told you, it'll kill you. While I don't care if it does, I don't think you want that. I'm not about to go to the missing pauldron, even if they do sell armor. I'll stay in Crucible, thank you. Take your time. I can tell you that while she stays out of the public eye these days, she does still hold audience in her court during the day. You may attempt to approach her then. The lady has been concerned about her safety lately, so be prepared for a hostile reaction. Take care.
Why do you approach the Duchess of Dementia? Do you seek death? You're the one the Mad God sent, aren't you? Then you're safe for now. Speak to no one unless I instruct you to. None of them can be trusted. Do you hear me? None! Surrounded by traitors and spies I am. Always, always. They watch and wait, eager to slip a knife into my spine when I'm not looking. Could be all of them. Every last one. None can be trusted. But they'll never take me down. Never! I'll see them all rotting in shallow graves before I let my guard down. You will help me. Yes, you will be most useful. You're going to find out who knows. You're going to learn who keeps secrets, who conspires against me. You will be my Grand Inquisitor. Expose the conspirators, and they will be punished, I assure you. Find out who keeps secrets and what they are. Speak with Herdier. He will help you. Do you understand what is required of you? If no one is found, you will be held responsible.
Python is doomed! 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 Oh, Python! Python is doomed! Python! Is doomed! Python is doomed! Python shall fall! Heathen!
I am Count Sirion, and you have violated the inner sanctum of Vython. What say you in your defense? Wisely answered. My people and I are in need. Maybe you can help us. Centuries ago, Vython was overrun by fanatics. We were soft and failed to defend ourselves. I was the weakest of all. Now, the shades of my people are cursed by Sheogorath to repeat the final moments of their failures over and over again. You must help us break the cycle of torment. Help my people overcome their weakness and defend Vython from the fanatics. Walk among them. There were 4 who failed to protect the gate lever. Find out what they did wrong and help them correct it. You can put away your sword in these halls. Unlike the defending spirits, within these walls none will war with you, not even the fanatics.
Let the soldiers fight the fanatics. I've better things to do.
I went about my business while others fought. Thus I earned my doom.
Those fanatics are so tiresome. Do they have to interrupt our feast?
I sat here and feasted while others fought. Thus I earned my doom.
Let the soldiers fight.
I went about my business. I sat here and feasted.
I sat here and feasted while others fought. Thus I earned my doom.
I sat here and feasted while others fought. Thus I earned my doom.
Could someone muffle the door? The sounds of combat are disturbing me.
My people long to be laid to rest.
Heathen! Python is doomed! We've got ourselves alive. Ah! Oh! Python is doomed.
I went about my business.
You there. I'm watching you. Not so close to the armory door. I am Batgro Orkel, Warden of the Armory. If you need weapons or armor, I've got them. The fanatics are about to break into the courtyard. It's a good thing I've kept all the weapons and armor in good condition. If I let those soldiers use them, they'd be all dented by now. Everyone wants my weapons, but they're my weapons. Mine! You there.
Risk their lives, not me.
I went to...
Don't stand too close. I need room to swing my weapon. Don't stand too... Don't... My betrothed! I must save her! We tried to gather the townsfolk into the keep, but it was too late. I barely had time to find my betrothed and get us inside. The gate was closed behind us. I heard the townsfolk pounding on the gate, but not for long, because then the screaming began. I'm supposed to defend the courtyard against the fanatics. I'm supposed to stop them from getting inside the keep.
Power! I need power! Unless you can give me the magicka to help these soldiers get out of my way. You mean that stupid doll? I think he's been blessed a little too well by Lord Sheogorath. He's on the list. Not first, though. Definitely not first. The The fanatics? What's to understand? They were just after my power. But it's mine, all mine. They wanted me to convert Vython, but I fooled them. I put them on the list. Oh yes, they're on the list now. Because we refused to convert, they lay siege to Vython. If they had agreed to let me rule, I would have helped them. But now, they're on the list.
Die, faithless priest! What's the gate? Death! Death! I am the right of the righteous. Death!
I'm not some commoner to take up a sword. Let the rabble risk their lives, not me. I'm not some commoner to take up a sword. Let the rabble risk their lives, not me.
I'm keeping Vythorn's weapons and armor safe from thieves and miscreants. Everyone wants my weapons. What's the gate?
Please! I must find my betrothed! Holoval healed my betrothed once. Then he ran out of magic. He said he needed to find someone to lend him some before he could help her more. She's in the hands of the fanatics! I must save her! Stand back, stranger! I need room to swing my sword!
The citizens are in my way. Should I kill them? No. Too bad. If only I had more magicka, I could kill the fanatics and then rule this town. Problem? I suppose you think that everyone with stunted magicka has a problem. You're nothing but a bigot. You're on the list now.
I'm short on patience as well as magical.
1, 2, 3. I need my arrows. 5, 7, 11. I can't get them. 13, 17, 19. If I leave, who will keep up the count? 23, 29, 31. 161. I was the first to spot the invaders. 803. I was on patrol when I saw their skirmishers marching toward Vythorn. 398. I rode back as fast as I could to tell Count Syrian of the danger. 874. He went and hid. 989. 1411. I must guard the lever that opens the gate. 94. If the gate is opened, the fanatics will overrun Vythorn. 05. Cloval is our priest and healer. 77. Unfortunately, he was born with stunted magicka, but not a stunted ego. 21. He does the best he can, but he never seems to have enough magicka. 56. 271. You have arrows. 828. Now let the battle be joined. 182. Why aren't you counting? 845. 010. I always.
Was my sin so great that I must suffer for all eternity? Hloval's treachery is second only to my cowardice. My curse will not allow me to help you with his need. Do you seek to deepen my despair by reminding me of my greatest failure? 4 people failed in their duties that day, allowing the fanatics to open the main gate. In the end, I failed with them. At the moment of my death, Lord Sheogorath appeared. We had already earned his wrath for sins of pride. He told me that the spirits of my people would remain bound here, replaying our cowardice as a lesson to those that thwarted his will.
Could someone muffle the door? I'm praying for the gods to protect me from the fanatics.
I used my piety to avoid joining the defense. Thus I earned my doom.
I'm praying for the...
I used my piety...
Prior Dreth has tasked me to pray for Vaithan's safety. It was an honor for me to help Prior Dreth. The pain of the stab wound was a small sacrifice to restore his magicka. Prior Dreth met with the fanatics to turn them away. They did not see the wisdom of his words. Instead, they sent soldiers to sneak into the keep. The defenders in the bailey failed to stop them from opening the main gates. For Vaithar! You should return what you have stolen. For Vicar! The citizens are in my way. Should... Yes, I can use this to charge my magic. All I need is a source. Someone nearby. Someone with magicka. Someone on the list. Someone like you. No need to thank me for letting you give me your power. I deserve it after all.
That's the best you can do?
Die, faithless I laugh at your arrow.
My betrothed is gone. I cannot live without her. I only hope I can take a fanatic with me. We tried to gather the townsfolk into the keep. I'm supposed to... Don't stand too close. I need room to swing my weapon.
Those fanatics are so tiresome. Let the soldiers fight the fanatics. I'm better. Why should I help defend Vythar? Isn't that what the soldiers are paid to do?
Was my sin so great? Do you seek to deepen my despair? 4 people failed in their duties that day, allowing... At the moment of my death, Lord, he told me that the spirit...
One, two, three. My arrows are finding their targets. 4, 5, 6. 0, 1. I always aim for the heart. 1, 0.
They doubted my power. Now they'll see.
A little stab in the back.
I feel something different. The curse feels lighter somehow. The defenders of the gate were not the only ones to fail their town. My greatest shame is that I was struck by cowardice and fled. Like my people, I am doomed to repeat the actions of my cowardice. Alone, I cannot redress this wrong. However, you can. Take my helm. With it, you can take my place in the defense of the gate. Defeat the devoted fanatic in combat, and the curse will be lifted. Be warned, though. While you wear the helm, it is as if you are one of us. You are trapped in these ruins until you lift our curse.
Faithless priest! Oh! Heathen! Oh! Heathen! Heathen! Vythorn shall fall! Vythorn shall fall! Vythorn shall fall!
Have lifted the curse. All of Vythorn thanks you. You may keep my helmet. It never did me much good.
Showing your face was the last mistake you'll ever make.
You'll never take me down. Die, cur! What's that? Yeah!
Well, well, look who we've got here! Do you enjoy it? Cutting my heart? Why visit that other smith? Who do the Grummites worship? Some say Sheogorath, but I'm not sure. I stand weapons and armor here, especially weapons. Are you... I can accept. That seems fair. You got a good deal there. That seems fair to me. I can accept that. A fair bargain. I can accept that. That seems fair to me. I can accept that. That seems... You got a good deal there. You got a good deal. That seems fair to me. A fair bargain. That's a fair deal. I can accept that. I can accept a fair. I can accept that. That's a fair deal. I can accept that. A fair bargain. A fair bargain. That seems fair to me. I can accept that. You got a... I can accept that. A fair bargain. You got a good deal there. You got a good deal there. You got a... That's a fair deal. You got a good deal. That's a fair deal. Not for that price. Are you trying to ruin a fair bar? That's a fair. You got a fair. You got a good. That's a fair. That's a fair bargain. That seems fair to me. That's a fair deal. That seems fair to me. That's a fair deal. That's a fair... You got a good deal there. A fair bargain. That seems fair to me. A fair bargain. I can accept that. A fair bargain. That's a fair bargain. If you need more... What is your... The enemy's blade will glance across the smooth metal, a gentle caress. What is your wit? The enemy... What is... They say the heart anchors the... What is... Such strong blood pulses through the legs. Think of... I stand... See you. Something smooth. Need something sharp, stabbing, cutting, that sort of thing. I can accommodate you. A fair... That's a fair bargain. That's a fair deal. I can accept that. If you need more... Goodbye.
Best not to talk about it here.
Halt, lawbreaker. Lord Sheogorath's justice demands reparations, or it's the dungeon for you. Any stolen goods will be confiscated. Then your blood stands forfeit for your crimes. For Sheogorath! For Sheogorath!
Best not to talk.
Atog Madskin! For Sheogorath! For Sheogorath!
I'll Calicrack define you. I will. You terror-ted it. Nary on that. I'll Balito before I cradle.
Gal bursted it. Take your time.
So, you have the pearls? Or perhaps... I hear the heretics in the lands of Mania summon hungers to fight by their sides. Beautiful.
Tell me more.
Excuse me. I have important things.
Greetings. Hello there. I just finished a So the resonator is working, but who fixed it? Why was it broken in the first place? Why is no one asking these questions? Please, go on.
Your lips to hit.
Certainly.
Stay away from the obelisks. Strange things have appeared near them.
Ah, you again. Have you seen any of Mazada's things? A shiny spoon or a broken bottle? I can't find them. I've heard that Gnarl gets stronger when hit by some spells. Certainly. See.
Halt, lawbreaker! Lord Sheogorath's justice demands reparations, or it's the dungeon for you. Any stolen goods will be confiscated. Come with me. You'll be searched for stolen property, then released. Speak quickly, mortal. Speak quickly. Go.
Yes? Common Treasures is full of junk. That's all Tilsa Aralith collects. Thaden's problem, not mine. Take your time.
Leave me, mortal. Your words hold no meaning for me.
Farewell. Stay safe.
How may I serve? Blessings, citizen. Quickly, mortal. quickly, mortal.
Yes? What is it?
Poor Big Head will never find the Fork of Horripilation.
Hello. My boat is coming along swimmingly. I see you found some. Excellent. Here's your money. Flesh Atronachs are dangerous. Some are smart enough to heal themselves when they're hurt. For you, of course.
I'm awful. Just awful. Why I became a juggler, I'll never know. My mother pushed me into it. The hunger is one of Lord Sheogorath's favorite pets. Certainly. I'd better get back to practicing.
Stay for a while. For you, of course. We may be in the choosy. See you.
Hurry. For you, of course.
Goodbye. What do you need? Take your time. Goodbye. I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm. Yeehaw!